For years, startup investing was mostly limited to venture capital firms, wealthy insiders, and Silicon Valley circles. But that's rapidly changing. Today, more investors than ever are looking towards startups as the next major opportunity for building wealth, especially in industries like artificial intelligence, Fintech, clean energy, biotech, and digital platforms. The appeal is obvious. Getting into fast-growing companies early can lead to massive returns if those businesses succeed. Today, we will talk about the startup investing trend exploding right now. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. 10. More people want ownership instead of just income. For decades, the traditional financial path looked simple. Get a stable job, earn a salary, save money, and slowly invest for retirement. But today, many investors are thinking differently. Rising living costs, inflation, economic uncertainty, and the explosive success stories coming from the startup world changed how people think about wealth creation. Instead of focusing only on income, more people now want ownership. They want to own pieces of businesses capable of growing rapidly in value. And this is exactly why startup investing is exploding right now. 9. Technology made startup investing more visible than ever. One reason startup investing exploded is visibility. In the past, startup investing felt hidden inside exclusive networks accessible mainly to venture capital firms and wealthy insiders. Ordinary people rarely saw what was happening early. Today, the internet changed everything. Social media, podcasts, online communities, newsletters, and financial content constantly expose people to startup culture. Investors now hear about billion-dollar companies long before they become public. Stories about early investors turning small investments into life-changing wealth created enormous public fascination with startup investing. 8. AI startups are fueling massive investor excitement. One of the biggest drivers behind the current startup investing boom is artificial intelligence. AI startups are attracting extraordinary levels of funding because investors believe artificial intelligence may reshape entire industries over the next decade. Businesses focused on AI infrastructure, automation, robotics, software tools, data systems, healthcare applications, and productivity solutions are receiving enormous investor attention rapidly. The excitement resembles previous technological revolutions like the internet boom or smartphone era. Investors fear missing the next generation of transformative companies. 7. Startup investing is about exponential potential. Traditional investments often grow gradually over time. Startups attract investors because of asymmetrical upside. A small early investment in the right company can theoretically multiply dramatically if the business succeeds. This possibility changes investor psychology completely. People are drawn to startup investing not only because of profits, but because of scale. The idea that one successful startup could outperform years of ordinary investing creates enormous emotional appeal. Of course, most startups fail. But investors understand that a few massive winners can sometimes outweigh many smaller losses. 6. Younger generations are more comfortable with risk. Another reason startup investing is growing is generational mindset shifts. Younger investors grew up during periods of rapid technological change. They watched companies like social media platforms, streaming services, cryptocurrency firms, and AI businesses grow from small startups into global giants extremely quickly. As a result, younger investors often view innovation differently than older generations. They are more comfortable with uncertainty, digital business models, and rapid disruption. Many no longer believe wealth is built only slowly through traditional systems. Startup culture normalized the idea that exponential growth is possible. 5. Wealthy investors want access before public markets. One major reason startup investing attracts serious money is timing. By the time many companies become publicly traded, Enormous value has already been created privately. Wealthy investors understand this clearly. They want exposure early, before businesses become widely recognized and valuations rise dramatically. This is why venture capital firms and private investors aggressively compete for access to promising startups. Early ownership provides the potential for outsized returns unavailable once companies mature publicly. The real wealth in modern technology often begins privately long before ordinary investors can participate. 4. Startups are replacing traditional industries faster than ever. Technology is accelerating business disruption globally. Startups today can scale faster than companies historically could, because the internet allows products and services to reach massive audiences quickly. Small startups now challenge banks, media companies, transportation systems, education platforms, healthcare providers, and retail businesses directly. This speed attracts investors because the window between small company and major global business became much shorter than in previous decades. The faster disruption happens, the more valuable early ownership becomes. 3. Startup investing became part of modern wealth culture. Startup investing is no longer only about finance, it became part of modern status and wealth culture. Being an early investor in successful companies carries social prestige alongside financial gain. Entrepreneurs, creators, influencers, athletes, celebrities, and wealthy professionals increasingly participate in startup investing because ownership and innovation became culturally attractive. This cultural shift increased demand dramatically. Startup investing now represents not only financial opportunity, but identity, influence, and access to future trends. The perception of being early became extremely valuable socially and financially. 2. The real opportunity is often infrastructure, not hype. Interestingly, many successful startup investors focus less on trendy consumer products and more on infrastructure behind major technological shifts. Payment systems, cloud computing, cybersecurity, AI infrastructure, logistics software, energy systems, developer tools, and enterprise technology often create massive long-term value quietly. Experienced investors understand that infrastructure businesses powering economic systems can become more durable than short-term trends attracting public attention. 1. The real reason startup investing is exploding. The deeper truth about startup investing is that investors are not only buying companies, they are buying exposure to future economic shifts before they become mainstream. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.